So those of you who I did update the description box in my last video, okay? Look, this just opened up a flood of revelation. Jesus said, learn the parable of the fig tree. It's through this revelation that we could truly understand the parable of the fig tree, guys. If you have the eyes to see how all this stuff is confirmed, okay? Okay. I don't know how many people can follow this revelation or can see the truth of this. Literally, it's confirming all the stuff being read in the Arminian Adamic literature, like the Arminian Book of Adam. I have all this stuff on the website, guys. So all these texts are telling the truth. Alright, so let's just get down to the whole point of why I'm making this video. Jesus said to learn the parable of the fig tree. When its leaves are tender and coming forth, know that summer is nigh. Okay? I hope I'm paraphrasing that correctly. Alright, I can't go that way. So what does that mean with this revelation? Okay, the fig tree, the leaves of the fig tree were used to cover Adam and Eve's shame. Okay? It's pretty much when the day star starts arising in our hearts, when our good nature starts overcoming, when we learn to use our good nature and overcome our sin nature, when our eye becomes single and it becomes light, not darkness, okay? Those, and our shame is being covered. Those are the fig leaves covering our shame that are tender. Summer is nigh. What does it mean that summer is nigh? Well, it really means summer is the time of the harvest, where things are blossoming, things are ripe for harvest. Winter is when everything is dead and it's time to sow. Okay? We learn about this in this chapter of Hermas. So, it's a spiritual summer. Okay? So, I just had a further revelation, something to consider. You know, the fig leaves being tender, know that summer is nigh. You know, maybe that could be the first fruits resurrection. I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping ahead of myself. But Jesus told us, learn the parable of the fig tree. Guys, we need... It's very different. I don't know. It's through this understanding we could truly understand what the fig tree represents. What those fig leaves represent. All this stuff is confirmed, just like Jacob wrestled with Yeshua and until he was blessed, and Yeshua wounded his thigh, and we know thigh is a representation of a covenant. So that's the representation of our fallen nature, of our need to keep restoring our covenant with God. And eventually he became Israel, because Israel wrestles with God, right? Us being Israel, we wrestle with God. It's a wrestle between our good nature and our sin nature. Okay, that's why we need the blood of Jesus as grace. We need that grace in order to be successful. Okay? So I don't know if people are receiving this stuff. All this information is really covering. We can get a full understanding of the leaves of the fig tree. It's amazing. The leaves that Adam and Eve used to cover their shame. It's a representation of the tree of knowledge, good and evil. And it's our own, conception from lack of understanding that the tree of knowledge of good and evil is all bad, have nothing to do with it, blasphemy. No, that's not true. Now we understand the truth. I really pray people can receive this. It's amazing. All right, thanks for listening to me ramble. Thanks.